African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Clonel AC, Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation as of March 14, 2025. From March 8 to 14th, the armed forces of the Russian Federation carried out 15 group strikes with high-precision weapons and attack unmanned aerial vehicles, which resulted in the destruction of gas and energy infrastructure facilities that ensure the operation of the Ukrainian military-industrial complex, as well as facilities of the military-industrial complex of Ukraine. In addition, the infrastructure of military airfields, assembly shops, storage and training sites for operators of attack unmanned aerial vehicles, ammunition depots and fuel and lubricants of the armed forces of Ukraine, as well as temporary deployment points of Ukrainian armed formations were damaged. Over the course of the week, units of the North Military Group continued to destroy Ukrainian armed forces formations in the Kursk region. As a result of decisive actions, 29 settlements were liberated: Sudza, Viktorovka, Nikolaevka, Staraya Sorokina, Lebedevka, Kositsa, Malaya Cherkaskoy Porknoy, Agronom, Bogdanovka, Bondarevka, Dmitriakov, Zazalevka, Ivashkovsky, Kubatkin, Kalmakov, Martinovka, Mikhailovka, Pravda, Yezhny, Kazakia Lakhnya, Pervinazy, Toroynazy, Zamastai, Mirny, Podol, Melovy, Goncharovka, as well as Novinkoy in Sumy Oblast. Airstrikes, drone strikes and artillery fire damaged the manpower and equipment of 3 mechanized brigades, an airborne assault brigade of the Ukrainian armed forces, a marine brigade and 2 territorial defense brigades. In the Kharkov direction, units of 2 motorized infantry and airborne assault brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces and 2 territorial defense brigades were defeated. Over the week, in the area of responsibility of the North Group of Forces, the enemy's losses amounted to over 2,315 servicemen, 7 tanks, 111 combat armored vehicles, 140 vehicles, 56 field artillery guns, 6 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the West Group of Forces have improved their position along the forward edge, inflicted damage on the manpower and equipment of 3 mechanized, mountain assault brigades of the Ukrainian armed forces and 3 territorial defense brigades. The enemy lost over 1,585 servicemen, 2 tanks, 14 combat armored vehicles, including 7 foreign-made, 32 vehicles, 19 field artillery guns, 15 electronic warfare stations, and 8 field ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Troops improved their tactical position and as a result of active actions liberated the settlements of Novomarkovo and Gorky of the Donetsk People's Republic. Formations of 4 mechanized, motorized infantry and airmobile brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, a Marine Brigade and a Territorial Defense Brigade were defeated. Over the past week, the Ukrainian Armed Forces have lost up to 1,815 servicemen, 3 tanks, 16 armored combat vehicles, 24 vehicles, and 25 field artillery pieces in this area. 15 field ammunition depots have been destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces continue to advance into the depths of the enemy's defense. Defeats were inflicted on units of 3 mechanized, Ranger, airmobile, motorized infantry brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, a Marine Brigade, 2 brigades of the National Guard, and the Light Assault Brigade of the National Police of Ukraine. The losses of the Ukrainian armed forces amounted to over 3,540 servicemen, 3 tanks, including a Leopard tank made in Germany, 23 combat armored vehicles, 42 vehicles, and 26 field artillery guns were destroyed. Units of the East Group of Forces continued to advance deep into the enemy's defense and liberated the settlements of Dnepro and Konstantinopol of the Donetsk People's Republic. Formations of 4 mechanized brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a Marine brigade and 3 territorial defense brigades were defeated. The enemy lost over 1,085 servicemen, 4 tanks, including a Leopard tank made in Germany, 11 armored combat vehicles, 20 cars, and 18 field artillery pieces. 2 electronic warfare stations were destroyed. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of 2 mechanized brigades, an infantry brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and a territorial defense brigade. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost over 440 servicemen, a tank, 3 combat armored vehicles, 43 cars, and 6 field artillery guns. 6 electronic warfare stations and 5 ammunition depots were destroyed. Over the past week, air defense systems have shot down a MiG-29 aircraft of the Ukrainian Air Force, 27 U.S.-made JDAM guided air bombs, and 2 guided missiles long-range Neptune missiles, 17 U.S.-made HIMARS multiple launch rockets, the Czech-made Vampire multiple launch rocket system, as well as 1,135 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 657 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 46,606 unmanned aerial vehicles, 601 anti-aircraft missile system, 22,274 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,526 combat vehicles of multiple launch rocket systems, 22,570 field artillery pieces and mortars, 32,874 units of special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.